Dear listener, it's English News with Yusuf Muhammad, Randa Gharib from Radio Swiss Online. Now with the headlines. Start with local news.
The failure of negotiation with the sand deputy workers in Summit Swiss. Dear the security of the Swiss confirms we finished a crisis centers workers pollution. Secure the port of Suez oil per day to enter the LPG. 5 cases of foot and mouth disease among cattle in Suez. Hisham of the executive board by securing the Suez desert and a clean new start in early April. Adjust the employment through the tracking feature phones. They threaten a businessman kidnapped one of his children if they don't pay the 50,000. Okay, now with Egypt news with Yusuf Muhammad.
Egypt MPs move closer to vote of no confidence in Ganzouri government. Egypt Parliament to challenge Ganzouri government Brotherhood's FGP. Leading Brotherhood MP want to dissolve Ganzouri government. Egyptian activities to continue struggle against virginity test perpetrator. Israel lied to create pretext for Gaza attack. Israel newspaper. Israel slaughter in Gaza to go on as long as necessary. Netanyahu. Candidate Abu Ismail campaign against Ud Islam military judiciary.
Okay, let's start now with local news. The failure of negotiation with the sand deputy workers in Summit Swiss. Failed sessions and negotiation conducted by a number of members of the Council of the Party of the Light with the workers of Arab Company for Oil Pipeline Summit and the workers' port of the company to end their strike from work and sit at the company, as well as negotiation with the Department of Summit, which was Wednesday evening in the companies.
Egypt MPs move closer to vote of no confidence in Ganzouri's government. Setting concern over local strike government sponsored United States instrument over survey people assembly aim to put current cabinet to a vote of no confidence. Call for United States aid to Egypt to be rewarded.
There the security of Suez confirms we finished the crisis centers workers pollution. The director of security of Suez, the workers who have to close the gates of Port Zayed of the Center for Oil Pollution today responded to the negotiations and reopened the gates of the port through direct negotiation with them and depending on the language of dialogue as a whole.
Egypt Parliament to challenge a Ganzouri government Brotherhood's FGP. Despite legal restrictions, Muslim Brotherhood MPs threatened to withdraw confidence from Kamal Ganzouri government for its failure to improve security and share up ailing economy.
Secure the port of Suez oil per day to enter the LPG. Major General Mohammed Chapela, chairman of the Red Sea ports, put the emergency plan to secure the entry of carried charging Putin to the port, passing loading and unloading of petroleum to ensure the arrival of the plant's file Putin in Suez.
Leading Brotherhood MP wanted to dissolve the Ganzouri government. Calls by Muslim Brotherhood MPs to fire the current interim government has resurfaced as leading MP hits out at Premier Kamal Ganzouri, accusing him of opportunising Mubarak-era bureaucrats in government.
5 cases of foot and mouth disease among cattle in Suez. Said Major Mohammed Abdelmenem Hajim, governors of Suez, the vet medicine to maintain discovered 5 cases of foot and mouth disease, hit cattle and died cases was acting health measures for peril and issued instruction to intensify seminars in coordination with the Captain Patient District Jana, which are concentrated by breeding cattle.
Egyptian activists to continue struggle against virginity test perpetrators. Labor activists say they aren't surprised by Sunday not guilty verdict in the so-called planetary test case. Egypt owner was trampled on.
Hashim of the executive board by securing the Suez Desert and a clean new start in early April. Major Muhammad Abdel Menam Hashim, governor of Suez, that the work of the new hygiene device the first will start next April to clean the streets after the arrival of dozens of new equipment, and gave Hashim instructed the legal affairs to take necessary actions to approve the company in order to serve the citizen in Suez.
Israel lied to create pretext for Gaza attack. Israel newspaper. Attack on Gaza that have killed 18 since Friday were designed to impress Hamas, force it to choose between resistance and power.
Adjust the employed through the tracking feature phones by the threaten. A businessman kidnapped one of his children if they don't pay the 50,000. Successful efforts of the police station in Suez in controlling the unemployed. They conduct a business Abdullah Qadir Abdul Karim Muhammad Bekhit's Office of Import, Export and Replace rubber course 62 years and faced exemplar threats, has kidnapped one of his children and burning the place of rubber which is owned by him if doesn't have to pay 50,000 pounds.
Israel slaughter in Gaza to go on as long as necessary. Netanyahu. Israel will attack Gaza for as long as necessary, says PM Netanyahu. Finance Minister was of cast lead style invention which killed 1,400 Palestinians and 20,000 Maya. Candidate Abu Ismail campaigning against Islam military judiciary. Salafist Hazem Salah Abu Ismail's presidential campaign ignores law that restrict campaign against public confidence and Islam's military judicial system.
3.2 billion pounds of total loans and credit facilities Egyptian Gulf Bank. Total of loans and credit facilities and the Egyptian Gulf Bank profit about 3.2 billion pounds, and that on 31st in December last year, compared to 3.4 billion pounds at the end of 10 degrees of 20 millions of pounds. Now is sport news.
Zamalek's middle fit for Africa sport clash. Egyptian Premier League session cancelled. Alice Barakat blame Masri fans for Boursaid this. Zamalek's middle fit for African sport clash. Zamalek striker Ahmed Hossein Mido declared fit to play against African sport in the CAF Champions League after recovering from injury. Egyptian Premier League session cancelled. Egyptian Football Association EFA decides to call off the 2011-2012 league season in wake of Boursaid disaster. Ali Barakat blame Masri fan for Boursaid death. Prominent Ahli mid-defender says family confidence helped to keep playing football except the earlier decision to return in wake of Boursaid tragedy.
Dear listeners, that's all for today. Thanks for your listening and see you next week, inshallah, with Yusuf Muhammad and Randa Gharib.